Hey guys, this is Locke. In this video, I'm going to show you the changes that I made to my arena team to keep up with the kind of opponents that I'm fighting. If I just take a quick look right now, most of the opponents I'm fighting here at this rank are light team. And that kind of makes sense. Not saying that light teams are, extremely overpowered now or anything, but it makes sense because of, first of all, the vision card bonus and the unit bonus, right? If you're using any of these units, you're obviously getting much higher points. So by using these units, you'll climb faster. So it makes sense that the top 200, top 100 are mostly light teams because they're getting more points when you have those units in there. And so because of that, a lot of people are fighting light teams and they're using light team compositions. They're like a standard team that I've seen is either this one or something like this, or instead of Engelbert there is Warrior of Light. Like I've seen those compositions a lot, and so I've changed my team to take advantage of that fact. And also I had to make other changes as well because she's finally 120. Now I've already noticed this change like the last the last couple days, especially yesterday, but my Elena was still only level 115, and she wasn't really able to compete with the 120 Elenas simply because they had courage and she didn't. And oftentimes I would kill their Elena and then courage or proc, and then basically they would win the fight. So I had to wait until my Elena was also 120 before I would actually be able to stand a chance. That's what I found. So with those changes in mind, these are how I changed my composition. So the first notable change is that now I've put this item on Elena. Now this actually increases the damage of both her slash type and magic type attacks. That's what I found. And it in fact increases the damage of Drain Evocation the most, because Drain Evocation actually has a very low modifier. So you're adding a, like a plus 20 or 15. I don't remember what it exactly is, but I think it's like plus 20 maybe modifier to a low modifier. That's going to increase the damage drastically compared to like her other skills that already have a high mod. But even still, like, just having it increase a little bit is still better. And the second reason that I used this item was actually because on the first turn, she's going to use her, her Stella Maris skill, because that's going to target everyone. And then she has a chance to use one more skill before she gets into the fight. If I put in any other item, like, for example, Black Rose Helena's TMR, or Hubin her own TMR, she will use that instead of courage, and I find courage usually has a more lasting impact because she usually dies like if she gets hit, regardless of what I put. Even if I put this, like if she gets targeted by the enemy Elena's forward skill, she still dies anyway. So I find that courage is basically like +1 life, +1 attack, and that's a lot more impactful than anything else. So that's the reason why I put this TMR on her. The second change that I made is now King Mont. Before I had, a lot of like AoE resistance on the team. Now I find that's not as impactful when I'm fighting, a lot of these light teams, because they don't typically have a lot of AoE skills, especially when I'm fighting a lot of Elenas, because again, she is the most common unit that I'm seeing even in like mixed teams or whatever teams, because she is the bonus unit right now for Arena. So obviously everyone will be using her in the top 200. So she doesn't have too many AoE skills, so therefore I changed my King Mont's composition. In fact, since I'm fighting light, I've decided to put the Demon Wall as the Esper and increased all the light resist nodes. So he actually starts off with 20 light resist and 53 slash resist. The 53 slash resist is coming from here, and again the nodes from the Esper. Now I have also changed his setup. Now I'm using illusionary bells, and I'm using this weapon. I'm actually thinking between this weapon and the Alex ring, because the Alex ring would also increase light resist by an additional 5 points. And I am fighting so many like Elenas that kind of already have a high base luck and evade chance. So this might be another item I might consider using, but still, I've stuck with this right now because it is a plus 45 modifier to his skills, and sometimes with the increased AP from bells, he does use his skills a lot, and sometimes he gets the enemies, like for example Yuna in his AoEs, and 2 attacks from his AoEs usually kills Yuna with this item. If I remove this item, then I might need more attacks to do damage. So Yeah, it's a toss up. I could use either. Right now I'm using this, but if I find that over the week if I keep missing a lot, I might switch to the Alex ring. Um, and I've also changed his his passive from this one to Shadowrunner. Again, the Shadowrunner luck increases accuracy by a little bit, but I also find that he doesn't need to get to the front. Like he doesn't need to be so far away. Even with just moving 3 spaces, it's usually enough, and there's no real like height limitation on this map, so there's not really a need for the +1 move, +1 jump passive. I find that this passive is just enough, and it also lets him keep up with Elena and make sure that he stays in range to take enemies' attacks. Also, I really want to make sure that he gets a second turn before the fight starts. So, the first turn, obviously, he's going to pop bells. And the second turn, I would really like him to use Proclamation. Of the 5 fights that I'm showing, I think there was one instant where he was not able to use Proclamation before the fight began, so everyone else got targeted. There is some other stuff that I have in here to kind of make sure that everyone else survives in case his Proclamation doesn't go off. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but the idea is that more often than not, it works. So Elena is going to have both re-raise and courage, so she will take at least 3 hits to kill. Yuna, who also gets targeted sometimes, now has the re-raise TMR. So since she's standing still, she's still able to kind of keep up into fight. Like she's not too far behind when the fight starts, because she basically saves 40 CT. She uses 2 skills that she stands still for, and then by the time the fight starts, she's usually within range to cast Kuraga. And so, the fight still goes on. I should make a note about Siren. People have been asking me, does it affect her light skills like Kuraga? So I found out that it actually doesn't affect her her TP skills. So Kuraga is not affected, Full Life is not affected, but attack skills are affected. So Holy is affected, and Unavailable Pain or anything else like she uses like that is affected. However, I find that most of the time, she usually uses her TP skills, like Kuraga is the one that she uses the most, or re-raise or something. So it's not affected most of the time, but I'm using the Siren anyway because I need her agility to be higher than King Mont's. And it's at like 98 versus 90 versus 102. So if I change it, she might actually end up going after King Mont, and if she goes after, sometimes I don't know. I mean, I've been changing with this composition a lot, that I think like the way that I have it right now, because he's using Kiza's bells, it probably actually makes sense to change this to Carbuncle, because he will not be using Proclamation the first turn anyway. Anyway, I have to think about this again for tomorrow, but I'm showing you the setup that I used when I made the 5 videos that I've already done today. So this is a setup I used. Now that I'm thinking about it, that probably actually makes sense to change it to Carbuncle, so I'll probably do that for tomorrow. But I'm just showing off the setup that I used. And then also I've changed this now to Smite the Dark instead of this skill, because this vision card, because again I'm not taking too much AoE damage anyway, so I might as well use Smite the Dark. And increase her capabilities, as well as make sure that she does land her hits. There were a couple fights before I used Smite the Dark that she missed the enemy Elena, and again that totally changed the fight. So I've decided to use this, and it also gives me a little bit more points as well. So that's how I've changed the composition. I still am not really attacking units that have something like this, because this is basically, well, actually this is not a full evade, but if they use both like say Sage Hat or what is it called, the ribbon that gives additional evade, then I might rethink attacking this team, because I don't know if I have enough accuracy. Maybe if I used something like some other accuracy skill, because I'm not really using any accuracy skill, right? Like I have one accuracy card with Smite the Dark. It gives 35 luck, and then I have this item, but typically that might not be enough still. So I don't know. I'm avoiding teams that are full evade setup, because I don't think I have enough of a chance to hit. I can obviously reconfigure my team to fight them, but I didn't want to configure my team as I'm, doing the 5 videos. I just want to use the same team. And I typically fought the light teams whenever I had a chance because that's pretty much what I see. So if you're, in this bracket and trying to stay within like top 200 or top 100, that's most likely what the teams that you're fighting. So anyway, that's the explanation of how I've changed my team to fight these light teams that I'm seeing all the time. I think there might even be another change, in like the later half of the weeks where everyone basically is changing their composition again, because a lot of the teams they're fighting are light. They probably want to fight they probably want to fit in some other kind of damage to attack these light compositions, because a lot of these light compositions use this TMR. And why can't I see it? Hold on. Oops. Are using this TMR, which is giving you plus 20 light resist, and so everyone is taking reduced light damage. So it might not be as efficient to keep using light damage than using something else. So they might even switch to using her on mixed teams and making sure they have some other damage dealer that's doing non-light, non-dark damage. That might be a change we see in the future. But right now, this is what I'm seeing, and so that's what I built my team to counter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to stop talking, but I'm going to let the 5 matches play. I lost 1, and I beat the 4. The one that I lost was when King Mon did not get a chance to use Proclamation. It happens sometimes. I need to figure out what to do. I feel like this is still okay because he's still doing a lot of damage with the setup. And if he gets a Berserker off because of his increased AP now, usually that's a game changer already. So I still need to figure it out, but I feel like this is okay right now for within, like, say, top 200, within 100 and 200, let's say that. Maybe the top 100 you need a different composition. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys stick around for the next one. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys next time.
We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Let's go, partner. We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Let's go, partner.
Fighting to the very end.
Much appreciated. Thank you. Let's go, partner. Crystal shine upon you.
I will give it my all.
I'm with you. Yeah.
You will fall.
Is that all you've got?
My thanks.
Got you.
Not bad. Victory is ours.
We won't forgive those who make others
My
suffer.
thanks.
Let's go, partner.
I will fight until the very end.
We won't forgive those who make
Crystal
others
shot
suffer.
up like a
Let's go,
boost.
partner.
Let the battle
Prepare
begin.
yourself.
Much appreciated.
My thanks.
By the Azure Crystal. Let's go, partner.
I will not stand down.
Best.
You will fall. Takes more than that. My gratitude.
We won't give in.
It ends here. Victory is ours.
We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Let's go, partner. We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Let's go, partner.
I will fight until the very end.
Thank you. Much appreciated. By the Azure Crystal. Let's go, partner.
You will fall. It ends here.
Much appreciated. We won't give in. Not on my watch. Thank you.
Victory is ours.
We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Let's go, partner. We won't forgive those who make others suffer.
Leave the rest to
Let's
me.
go, partner.
I will fight until the very end. Annihilate
Leave
the
the
enemy.
rest to me.
Let's go.
Thank you. Let's go, partner. By the Azure Crystal.
I will not stand down.
Got you!
It takes more than that. It ends here.
Sorry, your help was much needed.
Come on now. Wow.
We won't give in.
Leave the rest to me.
Got you!
Strike.
Not on my watch.
My gratitude.
We won't forgive those who make others suffer. Let's go, partner. We won't forgive those who make others
My
suffer.
gratitude.
Let's go, partner.
I will fight until the very end. I will fight until the very end.
Thank you.
My thanks.
Let's go, partner. By the Azure Crystal.
It ends here. You will fall.
Much appreciated.
It ends here. Prepare yourself. My gratitude. My thanks.
Got you!
It takes more than that.
Not on my watch.
You will fall. It ends here.
We won't give in.